From the depths of internet, we come to you. Bad news, good news, dead horse beating news. Even no news will stop us. We'll make news. Even if it is in dumpster fire. We bring you integrity, except when it's EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Star Citizen, practically all of them. Movies, shows, and other industry bullshit. This totally is not a waste of time, but it sure is. Space Waste News!
Hello and welcome to Space Waste News for October 3rd, 2021. Holy crap, it's freaking October.
Yeah,
Anyway,
imagine that. How was it? Actually, you know,
Jesus.
since the summer's over and all that stuff, I see leaves and, falling down and all that stuff, especially here in Latvia. There's a whole period in October, the first week or so, where in the most prettiest cities, people from, bigger cities and what else flock to just watch the leaves turn, blah. I think
you have
everyone
leafers?
has. Yeah, exactly. We have those things too. So yeah.
Actually, I don't. I moved exclusively to this side of my continent to avoid seasons at all cost. And yesterday was 96. Today it's going to be 95. And I might go swimming.
That
My
tells
air
me
conditioner's on
absolutely
behind me.
nothing. That's just a number that I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's hot. It's
Okay,
it's
that
hot
makes
today
sense.
and it's hot yesterday. There you go.
Yeah, I
Hold on
don't
a minute.
speak
In
them
Celsius.
stupid body part measurements. There we go. Yes.
Okay, so it was 35 degrees Celsius.
Oh,
It's going to be
fuck yes,
35 degrees
that's
Celsius
great.
today.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
there
a
we
great
go.
time. So there you go. Right. Fair enough.
And all of our trees are palm trees anyway, so it's fine.
All right then. Let's see. Can I see the chats? No. Damn it. That's what I get for losing a fucking monitor. Oh well.
Well, I mean, I can just roll us off into the first topic if you like.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm going to get this out of the way because it's kind of noteworthy and kind of important to who we were and when we started this thing. So let's just go ahead and talk about Elite's Update 8.
Oh, we're starting with
video
that
that they
one.
released.
All right, then.
Yes, I
Let's
figure
start
we
with
should
Elite
just
stuff
really roll
right
into
off
it.
the gate. All right.
Exactly. Get it out of the way so we can talk about more interesting things.
Fair enough.
All right, so give me a rundown here of what exactly should we be looking for, because I do see a minor amount of buzz or people who are very excited about what is it?
Okay. Right.
4-player multiplayer.
Right. So first things first, for everyone, the thing that will matter the most is definitely the so-called performance improvements, right? That they so carefully worded, I suppose, or maybe not so carefully. Regardless, they during the pre-update 7, they mentioned that all the performance updates will be coming, but not on the update 7. They will be coming on update 8. There will be more significant changes. I think that's how they quoted it. More significant changes to performance in update 8. The question is, how much will that be? Because up until this point, within Elite Dangerous Odyssey, the performance changes have been little to none. So significant improvements still may be very little. So that is my personal big question there. But regardless, fine. If they want to put in those changes, better those be, at least decently made, unlike update 7 in of itself. Anyways, so the performance-wise is under a question mark, but at least we can expect something to, finally appear after 6 months. Or in the form of actual optimization that should have been done before release and was not given enough time because the company wanted spreadsheet numbers, or the CEOs, the management, wanted spreadsheet numbers. So blame them. for Odyssey. Anyways, so aside from that, we get multi-crew, 4-player multi-crew. So now a couple of ships will be getting extra seats in the update 8, and I still don't really know why they are bothering with that, but well, good on you, I guess. The
Hey! You get emotes. You could do
that's
the
the
07
next
in
thing.
real
Yeah,
life.
imagine that. For social
Yay.
spaces, for the first time as you're able to run about, and actually touch each other, sort of, or at least see each other in a human form, you were not able to do anything but just squat and jump. Oh wait, no, you could not jump in starports in those social spaces. So all you could do really was just stare at each other intensely and longingly for death, or just teabag each other at best. That's all you could do. Now they are introducing emotes, and those restrained, painful-looking emotes. Frankly speaking, just I don't know. The big question is, was the emotes supposed to be part of the original release and were just simply cut so that they could actually release it, at least in some working state, back when they did in May? Or is this a new one? Either way, it's bad, because if you cut down content, clearly it was not fucking ready. However, if they did not plan on release to have emotes for social spaces for your character to, just do kind of emote, it questions your understanding of social spaces in modern games. Even back in the day, in World of Warcraft and other MMORPG games, you could make simple emotes. That's how out of touch that would be.
I don't think there was ever an intent to make emotes, if I'm honest. I think somebody probably
suspect that
wrote
too,
it down.
But you never know.
Yeah, I think somebody wrote it down and they were like, yeah, we'll totally get to it, and it got pushed into a back pile somewhere. I mean,
maybe,
whatever. It's fine. Look, listen, I sent you the link to the actual video. Okay, I want to discuss the actual video.
Right.
If you could go ahead and pull that up on screen.
All right, then let me just get the link there. Damn it, it's kind of hard to work with just 2 monitors.
No, I get it.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'll just...
For those that don't know, Mr. Yemix lost a monitor this
Yep,
week. So
it finally,
he's
or rather,
working.
I finally made it bork out. And goddamn it, I'm just going to mute this nonsense. And, window capture, chocks. Actually, no, fuck this noise. I'm just going to go with display capture. All right, that's the right one. Yes, and yoink. Ta-da, that's the thing. As it plays, do.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's just briefly take a look at this. As the things that roll onto the screen are obvious, you have the 4-player, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I'm more interested in down below. Update 8 incoming features 23,000 views and it was posted on September 30th. That ratio, though, 1.2 to 222, that's not great. That's a little higher than
that's basically
just the,
what I tend
farm.
to get on my my videos often.
No. You'll generally get 10% of dislikes per whatever likes you have.
The dislike ratio. Yeah.
That's a little high. I'm not a lot high, but that's a little higher than it should be.
I mean, considering, right? Well, I do have this wonderful extension that shows the percentage right here, vidQ, right? Right. So basically, you can see quite below 80% like dislike ratios a lot of places. Surprisingly, this one wasn't. But yeah, and this trend, surprisingly, this was a good one. This trend started as Odyssey dropped
1 month ago.
There we go.
Yeah.
Odyssey launch trailer,
no.
96.
Oh wow.
Yep, and it drops to
Jesus.
70, 60, 58, 60, around there. Then it drops to 50, 40, give or take. But of course, like dislike ratios on YouTube, generally speaking, it amounted to, well, 200, 400 or so, which is not... Well, considering that the channel is 100 or so thousand, people. Only about 100, 200 liking, disliking. It's not very indicative of the actual thing. It's just more.
No, but it is indicative of your community.
Oh, it
Somebody's
is.
not happy. Yeah.
It's even if it is in just a few hundred out of thousands. So
It is unfortunate, but whatever. Anyway, the video itself, I thought there would be. There is some, but I thought there would be more. What exactly is the value of 4-player multi-crew? I mean, granted, it's been a while since I played Elite, so I've intentionally scrubbed a good chunk of the gameplay mechanics from my head.
No idea. The only explanation I have for 4-player multi-crew is that originally multi-crew was literally a copy-paste job from Wings. Right, or as it is called now, teams. And in teams or wings back then, you could have 4 players total. However, most ships only had 2 extra seats. Well, some had 3. Some had 3. I think it was.
Okay, so let's look at it logically. Let's say you have a cutter, because that's what they use in the video.
Yes.
You throw 4 people into it.
Yes.
What do they get to do?
There's your answer. Exactly. There's your answer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's
okay.
Yep.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yes, we got mega ship and fleet carrier interiors. Yeah. Unlike the last time I talked about this, they actually clarified this as. Wait, hold on. Let me just check. Do we have a forum post? Yes, we do have forum post. God damn it. Let me find... now they're posting Reddit. Even though developers are not going to the Reddit, they are posting the Reddit link, which is interesting. But anyways, let me really quickly find that... forum post, because the thing is, on update 7 they did mention that they want to put in mega ship interiors, which we can see already on the screen. However, I surprisingly thought that, well, they're finally bringing it to fleet carriers. Some of you viewers notified me that no, it's for mega ships, not fleet carriers. Now they're saying that it's going to be for fleet carriers as well. Basically all the big thingamajigs. So I just want to see whether or not they changed the forum post about it, or is it actually for fleet carriers as well? Just to double check, because last time I checked it, yes, it was for fleet carriers. So just
you check that. Yes. I'm gonna rant for a half a second.
Go for it.
I don't want to be just overtly negative for the sake of being negative, but at the same time, you guys can't be serious, right? I mean, a handful of emotes and like interiors for megaships. I mean, yes, granted, putting them in fleet carriers too is the smarter move, because it'd be very, very dumb if you just put them in megaships and not fleet carriers. But what exactly? Like, what are you guys planning here? What's your end
hold
game?
On, they changed it. Oh my God! Wait, no, it's all good. No, it's all right. Right, there we go. Right, so here we go. We got the upcoming updates and content, blah blah blah. So here we go with the megaship interiors. Right, that's already mentioned. Blah 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 blah. And content for the future updates. There we go. Only after this update we'll get the fleet carrier interiors, as well as the twin-seat SRV, which is most likely the Rhino or Scorpion, which I already leaked a little while back. So if you want to see the information about that SRV, most likely just check my wonderful video on the leaks. But yeah.
Okay, no, I get it. I get it. Like, you're getting interiors and you're getting second SRVs, and okay, but like, you have gameplay associated for it too, like more mechanics and things that we can do, right? Right? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Pilot. That's the truth of it. Oh well, um,
It's the freaking Anakin meme where she goes, "Oh, we're doing this, and we're getting new mechanics and gameplay, right?" And he's just silent, right? Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah.
dude, what's the point of another SRV that can shoot better if like we can shoot in the regular SRV? I mean,
Well, no. Here's the funny thing. If you guys watched my hypercritical video on Elite's Horizon portion, that is part 2 of the hypercritical for Elite Dangerous, in that one I specifically showcased that they did mention when Horizons was just released at the time from the lips of the Braben himself. He said that they would plan on multiple SRVs. Types of SRVs, not just cosmetics. And they never released any of them. And since then, it has been a question that the community had asked numerous times in LaveCons and so on and so forth. I was even present in the last LaveCon when they asked that question, and it was always not silenced, but never answered. It was just answered with silence, literally. And yeah. Now, as I showcased that Scorpion version of it, which is actually a functional thing as well, well, it's interesting whether or not they will actually release that one or a slightly different one. Regardless, something is coming, and that's only after when was Horizons? Horizons was released around 2016. Well, late 2015, early 2016. So there you go. It's been 4 years. 5 years technically since SRVs. Well, there was anything to SRVs or updates to it. So there you go.
You know what this feels like? You know what this feels like? This feels like biting into the driest moisture sucking biscuit freaking thing you can possibly imagine. It just sucks all the moisture out of your mouth, and you can't swallow it, you can't chew, you can't move your mouth. It's just glue. And it's like, hey, well, there's your update, there's the whole new stuff, and you're just like, what is this? What are you doing? What? There's nothing to do here. Whatever. I'm done. Every single fucking time we talk about Elite, I'm like, oh, maybe they're finally starting to. And I get pissed off even more. Let's just move on.
That's yeah. I really can't argue with that. God damn it, Elite Dangerous. Come on, recognize the screen.
God damn it, Elite Dangerous.
Oh my God, you had it on screen, you dumb mother. God fucking damn it, Elite Dangerous. Oh, you idiot. Alright, fine. It's going to be desktop view then. Fuck it.
Fine.
Alright, next topic. What do we got? Anything particularly?
So, the media darling. Yes. The media darling for this week is the Squid Game. And if you don't know what that is, that's a show that just came out on Netflix. It's a Korean-based show, actually. It's a Korean-made show. And I am thoroughly embarrassed to say that I made it all the way to episode 7 before I realized that there was a dubbed option, so I could have been listening to English this entire time, but it's fine. Whatever.
Well, hey,
I know
you
that
can join the purists and say, well, dubs are for losers.
Well, you know what? I get that I get that mark. I get that award because I've been watching the whole thing is subbed anyway. So, there we go. If you're unfamiliar with the show, which I don't know, some of you might be, some of you will be like, what the fuck is that?
I saw a poster called Squirt Game, so, hey.
Yeah, there you go. It's basically, rich people paying poor people to kill themselves and each other. Little bit of Hunger Games, little bit of, what's that Japanese game show with the freaking running around in the
that was Takeshi's Castle and similar to it, or was it the ninja or something?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit more like the castle, but I expected more Takeshi's Castle with deadly games, but it's more boring, drawn out drama and personal narration and ideation and such like that, and it's okay. When you do get to the games, they're interesting. It's fun to go from a quiet solace of what the rest of the show is to or a quiet philosophy and deep introspection into these characters straight into, 30 people just made a mistake and they all got gunned down. And that's interesting, and it's worth it to watch just for that. But the games could have been a little bit better. I'm not giving out any spoilers. This is all stuff you can see in the freaking whatchamacallit trailer. So, do what you will with that.
All right.
It's an interesting premise. I always like that kind of premise anyway. Does it make you a bad person if you're watching the show for entertainment? I mean, kind of. You're no worse than the
who cares?
No.
Good and evil is just a matter of perspective. That's all I can say.
Oh, here we go.
Well, isn't it?
I mean, do we really have time to go down this road?
The fact of the matter is, we are made of fucking atoms, right? Do atoms care what we do? No. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, the point being is that, it's interesting enough that I'm almost done. I only got like one episode left, I think. The story is fairly obvious. You're gonna. It's not fantastic writing. It's actually pretty stereotypical and cliche, but you're not there for that. The editing, the director is fucking great. The cinematographer is also very great. It's visually interesting and good. I do recommend it, but really you gotta know what you're walking into. This is not going. It's not Takeshi's Castle with death. It's quieter. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, I recommend giving it a shot. If you make it through the first couple episodes, you'll be fine.
Okay, well, fair enough. No, fair enough. Okay, well, let's go with a couple of game news so that people don't think that we're, just the pilot show with media coverage about TV shows and nonsense, right? So, on the game concept, recently in last couple of days, a particular game popped up. I think Pilot, even in one of the last episodes, some time ago already, showcased the creepypasta animation or the visual design of the Thomas the Tank Engine or something like that. That whole thing that surfaced a while back. Now there will be a game similar in vein with that. Basically, creepy trains with the spider legs. Yes, it's called Choo Choo Charles. It really looks interesting, surprisingly. You literally are a train conductor and you're just going through world. So go and check it out. It has a wonderful trailer. It has taken that one concept, just like Slender Man and so on and so forth, just with animation, of course, more, and an actual effort, what it looks like, and made it into a game, or rather, upcoming game, and certainly it will be interesting to look at.
Oh my god, this looks awesome.
It does. It really was surprising how well made the trailer was. So, hey, good luck on the development team, and do make this creepy pasta of the internets real.
I'm putting the link in the chats, by the way, for anybody who wants to watch the same trailer.
I don't allow links. Shit.
I posted them just fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should be masking it. The Twitch side masks all the links there. Yeah, it does.
Oh, well, then you post the link.
All right. Just give me a moment.
There it is. I just sent it to you.
I'm just gonna...
I mean, it doesn't look particularly innovative in its inventory.
Oh no, it's like banking quite literally on that one creepypasta concept. So yeah, clearly. But hey, Slenderman had one creepy concept and it worked really well. So yeah, there you go. When it comes to scary games, it is rather interesting overall in the whole subgenres and of course the communities that they tend to be received quite well. Now there are two types of it, of course. In recent times we've seen a different type of scary game that got quite a bit of hype due to the titties. Yep. So yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. You shameless pricks.
I really don't, but I was...
Oh, come on, Village. Come on, Village. The mommy milkers, the big honkers.
Oh, lady, what's a
Yeah.
Lady D? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Right. Anyways, moving on then to another little topic there. Paradox.
Actually, if
No.
hold on, hold
Okay,
on.
fair enough.
If you do want to stick with games, I actually do have a game thing to talk about.
Ooh, well, do
You
tell.
may, I know you might remember that a little while ago. I talked about Sable because the demo came out and it was okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let me give you this setup. You're a member of this nomadic tribe that lives out in the desert, and it just looks like a regular game setup. Has nothing to do with stuff I normally care about, but there is odd pieces of technology scattered about. Everyone wears these technological masks. It's kind of off-putting. You're like, what is this? What's going on? You have to go through your ceremony. It's your coming of age ceremony. And it turns out that, you have to go and build your own glider because you're going on the gliding, which is their way of, letting you out into the world to go and figure out what you want to do, et cetera, et cetera. And you do it by going and scavenging pieces from crashed spaceships to build your own little personal hover bike. And the world opens up after that, where you actually get to go scout, this post-apocalyptic landscape type of thing, where you're finding technological marvels, alongside little hut villages and everything like that. And you go in, you pull pieces, and you go and you find little things, and you put them together, and it's really interesting. It is simultaneously very good and very wanting. And it most certainly is an indie game. So anybody out there listening, don't expect something super polished. There are quite a few bugs with stuff like menus or
Kind of reminds me of Kenshi, but
a lot of
at
people
least
are playing
the
this
feel of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing this for the animation style. If you're looking at it right now on the screen, it's I think it's drawn on twos. So
it's not drawn on twos. It's generally speaking a cell shaded shader effect, which basically is used also on Borderlands and a few other games out there to give that.
Oh, actually, no. It is cell shaded too. But what her animation movements are based on twos.
Ah, yes,
so it does look like
animation
jagged.
is animation is specifically skipping frames or intervals of time.
It takes a little while to get used to if you're someone who looks for that kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's actually very interesting. It gave me a nice big open world to explore, some really easy puzzles, and some really, really difficult ones that weren't obvious puzzles.
Indie games, what can I tell you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's definitely places that you can't get to in the world unless, like, you're at a specific, peak and you look over and you go, wait, what the hell is that in the distance? And you set a benchmark and you set a little marker to go explore it, and it takes you 3 hours of trying to find the path to get up there, and you might be disappointed by what you find, but it's also a hell of a view. It's really interesting. It is definitely worth playing. It's cheap, but don't expect something like grand in depth. Don't expect to be grinding a character. It's a simple game. So, but I highly recommend it though. It was fun. I that's how I spent my week, is playing this.
Fair enough. All right then. Well, let's see. Getting on with another topic then. Paradox, right? So, recently it came to everyone's attention that Paradox is canceling about 15 games that are in development to focus on what they say niche titles. You see, after the rather interesting reception of the what was it, Europe Universalis DLC, which was pretty overwhelmingly bad, as well as the rather interesting coverage that we had with the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, which changed developers wholeheartedly, and honestly I still don't really know whether or not that's as far as we know, that game is still in development. It's not one of the cancelled ones, but yeah, it's interesting that they are basically dropping all of them to focus, as they say, on their niche titles. Well, it might have been also partly because their scandal with the inappropriate behavior and CEO change and all that stuff that recently surfaced as well. So who knows what actually sort of incentivized them to drop all those titles. But yeah, when it comes to Paradox, they're really known for just a few types of games, and all of them are more or less copies of each
4X
other.
games.
Yeah, 4X games, and they do it really well. Say what you
Yeah.
will, they
I mean,
do it
dude,
really well.
when you say Paradox, I see Stellaris.
Yeah,
mean,
I
that's
see.
it.
I see Hearts of Iron. I see more so Europe Universalis, even though I don't really play it that much, or I think I only played it once. But that's what the game, what the company is more known for. Then it's definitely Hearts of Iron, and then Stellaris, surprisingly. But yeah, definitely. So
I
yeah.
mean, I know that a lot of people go for immediately for Europa Universalis, but I never played it. So-
Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. So yeah, let's see. Right. Well, moving on then to another topic, I suppose. Let's see.
Yeah. It's actually no. Hey. Back the fuck up. It's my turn. Netflix is buying game studios.
Yeah, Netflix did say that they want to get into game development a little while back. So now finally we're getting the first, I suppose, hints that they're doing something. So
Well, it's not a hint. Actually, they just finalized the purchase of the Oxenfree dev.
what did they make?
Oxenfree?
Yes.
Oxenfree is the name of the game. The studio is hold on.
Yeah.
Night School Studio.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Did you ever play Oxenfree?
I'm absolutely not familiar with the game, so I'll explain.
I actually like this game a lot. It's kind of just a storybook game. It's your tiny little character and her friends go out to an island. They find you find a secret cavern, and this interdimensional entity pops into it and goes, "Oh, it's you again. Okay, you know what? I hate you. I'm gonna kill all of you." Blah 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 blah. And you're like, it's kind of removed from it. And you're like, what? Why are you acting weird? It's like, yeah, I fucking hate you. You're gonna die. Screw you. I'm gonna destroy the world. Whatever. What the hell? And you could go basically solve it, and there's elements of time travel and this and that. So, and then when you go, if you get an ending that you like or didn't like, or if you want to find the other endings, you can replay the game. And you walk into the cave and you're like, you again? I thought we did this last time. How many times are you going to do this? And you're like, oh, okay. The interdimensional entity, actually realizes that it's a game and that it's just, whatever for being the villain. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very short. It's about 5-6 hours tops.
A short game for me is The Journey. That is literally an hour and a half, and that's it. And it's a fantastic journey, quite literally. But all right, then.
You might want to give this a shot. I personally thought it was very fun. I ran through all the endings.
2D games, oftentimes I need to go against my own sort of mind to just get into them. But
I feel you. I listen. The story is pretty good, and I thought it was worth it.
All right, fair enough.
And I'm always a sucker for time travel when it's written well, and this is written well time travel. So.
Well, all right then. It's actually it is rather cheap on the Steam, so either wishlist it or all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Right. Let's see. For my topic,
I got something. Well, actually, I just did one. You go do one.
All right, so this is going to be a real quick twosie, if you will. So, first things first, those that are looking forward to the new Battlefield, the open beta, if you haven't noticed already, will be launching on 8th October. There we go. As an open beta, so anyone can pick it up and try it out. The new iteration within Battlefield's, long line of Battlefields, basically. So, yeah, I'll probably jump in myself just to see, because, hey, open beta, why not? And Battlefield is Battlefield. Moving on then, real quick, the fun Schadenfreude, if you will, yet again. Konami and their PES series, or the premier Euro Soccer, I think it was something. Basically, the FIFA equivalent from Konami, basically. Now that one has come under a rather big wave of mass dislikes, or no, not dislikes, but rather review bombs. Not even review bombs, because that would imply unjustified negative reviewing. However, with the recent horrible performance from the PES, the 2022 I think it was, or 2021. Well, the last one, whichever came out on the Steam. As a matter of fact, it is the least or the most disliked game of all time. Imagine that. Fucking Konami. Yay. So actually, it was interesting about the numbers. Let me just find it. PES.
Everybody take a look at his Steam library. Mock him incessantly.
No, that's not the one. PES. eFootball. There we go, 2022. There we go. It's overwhelmingly negative. 10% with over 15,000 reviews. Overwhelmingly. And yeah, sure, it's a free game, but it's been long since criticized, just like any other sports game out there, that it's a simple copy-paste job, yet again, for yet umpteenth fucking year, without any fucking changes. As a matter of fact, on Reddit, or well, everywhere else, you can go and look at some interesting bugs and glitches, especially the faces that have been the face of this negative backlash this year, particularly. But PES has in the past already, raked in quite a negative outlook as well, due to, again, literally just being a copy-paste.
Why are we talking about soccer? Are you a soccer person? Or sorry, football.
Yes.
Are you a
football
person?
Okay, so here's the pro football can go fuck itself, because it's basically filled with goddamn actors, or failed actors. There we go. It's not a sport even at this point. Well, in some places, it's more fun to play with friends and so on and so forth. But anyways, point is,
I just think it's boring.
it is, sure. If you're not playing yourself. Watching it, in my opinion, myself, I hate watching it. I absolutely love playing it. Anyways, the point is, it's the most disliked game in the Steam's history.
That is pretty funny.
That is pretty fucking amazing. And also, it's abusive and exploitative, and it's made by the fuck Konami. So...
At least, are there any microtransactions?
Oh,
I mean, they might have
that's what I said about abusive. They have loot boxes, if I remember correctly, or at least the last couple of them did. God, I'm trying to remember which fucking garbage was in FIFA and now which one was in PES. Fuck me. Well, yeah, fine.
Matter.
Okay, this is show. Let's move on then. It's just a funny little side note. So there you go. So yeah, fuck Konami. Also, fuck any sports game out there, because just they're abusive fucking garbage.
You know what? Actually, I'm inclined to agree with you, especially because they're usually riddled with microtransactions and lately a little bit of pay to win. But I never actually paid attention to any of like the NBA 2Ks or anything like that, because I'm not a big sports guy.
It's absolutely horrible.
But I didn't realize that, like, in the last couple of years, it's not just about going from game to game and shooting basketballs. It's you actually walk around and make brand deals and shit. There's a little bit of like GTA open world in there.
There's the campaign sort of a thing. Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Back in the day, there was still that too. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really play those games.
Yeah.
That piqued my interest for about all of 6 seconds before somebody ran a clip of their basketball player character running around and running up into the State Farm guy and how he greets him and he's like, "Hey man, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna give you access to the State Farm outfit. You just call me Jake because I'm here for you." I'm like, ew, fucking ew. What the fuck?
No comment.
Why would you do this? Why would you could play the rest of the game dressed as State Farm? I'm good. Thanks.
Oh, Pro Evolution
Hard
Soccer.
pass.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. Right. Anyways, you got the topic, or shall I continue with
Yeah,
mine?
sure.
All right. Then.
Actually, first let's do a quick audio check. Someone says the audio keeps cutting out. Can you guys hear us okay? Or
It's just fine on my end. The transmission
end
doesn't
too.
jump at all, it seems. So it should be either on YouTube, Twitch, or wherever you're watching this. So let us know
All right.
whether or not something is up.
Amazon's free games for this month don't entirely suck. If you can be that surprised.
Wait,
It's,
Amazon is
let's
doing Epic Store like free
Yeah.
games?
Well, yeah, no. I mean, Amazon gives away free games every month if you have a Prime subscription. This is not for Latvian people. I'm sorry.
Oh, I've been enjoying getting the shit stick end of any international company stuff. So yay.
I'll tell you what. I don't want any of these. So if you hear something you like, and I do have Prime, so if you hear something you like, let me know. I'll send you the code. Okay.
If I like a game or I want to cover a game, I will definitely contact the game developer to request a review copy.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm trying to do something nice here.
But
You
fair
get
enough.
pedantic?
Yes.
Fuck.
What I'm saying is, you can give that extra key to somebody who would like to, because
Sure.
I have potential to request a copy as you would normally do as a media member.
I'm gonna read off the list now.
Just go
It's
for
a Song of Horror Complete Edition, Red Wings Aces of the Sky, Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures, Blue Fire, Tiny Robots Recharged, Whiskey and Zombies, The Great Southern Zombie Escape, Jesus Christ,
Yep.
Secret Files 3, Star Wars Squadrons, wow, Alien Isolation, and Ghost Runner.
Those
actually
last
sounded-
three games are fantastic. Ghost Runner,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
finished recently. It's really good. It's super short, but god damn it, it's really good. Alien Isolation is probably in the recent times the best pure horror game. And Star Wars Squadrons, surprisingly, a decent EA game without
Yeah.
bullshit. So
It really was.
Yeah.
I actually was okay with it.
yeah. So there you go.
Anyway, let me ask you a question. Have you
Go for it.
actually bothered to go see Shang-Chi at all?
I still have not enough time for it. I literally right. So what I did yesterday was wake up at friend's place. We finished breakfast basically, and get back to my place, and basically I started filming for the Hypercritical Part 3. And that's how my day ended. A day before, we were playing D&D for the whole night. And yeah, so and the week before, I was basically just doing Hypercritical review editing. So yeah, that's my life for the last week.
All right. Well,
So I had
I mean,
not enough time for that. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I normally am in the first few days after a Marvel movie comes out that I'm going to go see it, and I just keep forgetting to. And it's
Me
not that my excuse last week was I don't actually want to go into a movie theater, and I still don't. So I mean, it's still valid, but at the same time, I'm like, now I know for a fact, because LA does this. The movie comes out in the first week, all the theaters are mobbed, but after like the 5th day, you can go see a movie in basically an empty movie theater if you go at the right time.
The same here. Even on
Yeah.
the more popular movies. So yeah.
Exactly. So I could schedule a time to like go basically see this movie and have a theater all to myself. I keep forgetting, and it's just not a high priority for me. I think I'm probably just gonna wait till someone grabs it and puts it on one of the Plex servers. But
Yar, a pirate's life for a pilot. Yes.
Shit! I said that out loud. Okay.
There
Anyway.
you go.
No, but the point being is, like, I mean, I
will
see it. I
intensely
do.
wiggle my finger at you, very intensely.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
All right, how about this? Have you seen Venom 2 yet? No, I know you haven't, but I'm
nor
gonna
do
ask
I
anyway.
particularly want to. I mean, thus far, the Venom movie that came before Tom Hardy is wonderful
wasn't
actor for
bad.
places, but for that role, Tom Hardy was just he did not fit as a actor.
As Brock? What?
Yeah, he did
No,
not.
dude.
Unfortunately, no.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tom Hardy carries that movie. He really does. It's not a very good movie, but
No,
he is
Tom
good
Hardy
in
is
it.
good, but the thing is, Judge Dredd is fantastic because of him. Mad Max is fantastic because of him. What was it? The Peaky Blinders is absolutely fantastic because of his little roles here and there, right? But when it comes to Venom, they squandered his
You want to know
potential.
why? Do you want to know why he's excellent in Venom?
Also, Bane. Yes,
Because
yes. Carry on.
oh god, Bane is like
The
perfect.
best
But
one
yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
but obviously. Oh, we're in Inception too. I actually really like this
Hurt
character. Anyway,
Locker, old movie
yeah,
about
they got you.
Afghanistan too. But
Before
yeah,
this
there we
gets
go.
into a wank fest, listen.
Yeah.
He's also the voice of Venom himself.
Yes, and that
So
is
it's
the
him
good part
arguing
about
with himself. It's great. That's perfect. It's freaking
Yeah,
amazing. I
his
love the
voice
fact that
acting,
he's
or at least the modulation of that, was really good. So hey, with a good enough voice coach, the man can actually be more than just an actor with in front of the camera, but also behind it, as a voice work. So yeah.
well. Okay, so the problem I had with Venom 2 in the trailer, and because they're bringing in Carnage, and I love the Carnage storyline. I love everything about it. I didn't really like that they cast Woody Harrelson to be Carnage. That's
Oh
a
no.
little off for
Yeah,
me.
Woody is
I'm like,
wonderful as
okay,
as a shady uncle. He's
yeah,
wonderful
I
for
don't.
that, but other than that, just sorry, no, he's not that kind of a villainous
Yeah, no,
person.
exactly.
Unfortunately, there are far better villainous actors out there, or villain
I didn't
capable. Yeah.
have I didn't have high hopes for the movie at all, like even a little bit. But there was there's a spot in the trailer where the Venom and Tom Hardy are running along, and they break into the building to go take down the evil bad guy, and they see Carnage, and it flashes back to him, and he goes, "Oh shit, it's a red one!" And he fucking bails, and you're like, "Wait, what?" It hit a note with me, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna have the comedy of the first one, I'll give it a shot. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna be
I'll
honest. I'm
definitely
gonna
look
watch it.
at it because hey, it's a big Hollywood production nonsense, and let's just see how much money can they waste by making it. Quite literally.
Well, actually, it's funny you should mention how, because it's not how much money they can waste. It's how much money can they make, because apparently there's an end credit scene
Uh-huh.
where I'm not going to ruin anything. I happen to see it on YouTube. I'm not going to tell anybody anything, but they do a thing, and you're going to get Venom in the MCU.
Eh,
I thought that's kind of cool.
actually, now that I think of it, Venom was part of. Was he part of a Spider-Man deal with Sony?
No, not quite. It's off. What the agreement they reached with Venom was that Sony will basically produce all of the Venom movies, but you guys can send over a Marvel representative to make sure that we make it, a good movie.
I
That was
see.
the hidden deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because those that don't know, Spider-Man still to this day belongs to Sony, which is why, for example, in Marvel's Avengers video game, only on PS4, you would get Spider-Man and nowhere else. That kind of a bullshit. And that's why also you wouldn't see, up until just recently, another Spider-Man from actual Marvel. You would see always, what was the middle Spider-Man actor? With Electro. Oh, God. What was the actor's name?
Garfield?
Yeah, there we go. Yes,
Andrew
yes,
Garfield.
Garfield's Spider-Man. That was all Sony.
Dude, I'm kind of looking forward to No Way Home.
Oh, sure.
Like you're getting Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
I'm looking
Tom
forward
Holland
to Toby because he, in my mind, is just wonderful Peter Parker. The best one.
Which one?
Garfield.
Really? I agree with you. I actually like Garfield Spider-Man, and I have never met anyone who has that same opinion. Like ever.
Garfield
Everyone's
was
like,
the
"Oh,
first
Tobey
one or
Maguire."
the last one? Just for clarification.
Andrew Garfield is the middle one.
Garfield, yeah, okay, and
All right, so it's Tobey Maguire,
yeah, yes,
Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland.
yeah, okay, then everything's correct. I'm just often forget the names. Okay, if you ever meet me in person, I'll most likely forget your name. Sorry, it's just how I am. Okay, just making sure.
That's perfectly fine.
But no, definitely the first Spider-Man movie was movies were just fun. That's the thing. Why I liked them so much.
Oh,
They
you're
were just,
talking about Tobey Maguire.
yes.
Gross. I fucking hate
like
Tobey
those.
Maguire.
I like those. Well, except for the last one, but yeah, I like those.
Whatever.
Anyway, fuck it. Moving on then to something else then. While we still have the time.
Pick out your last topic so I can do mine.
Alrighty then. Well, my last topic then is. Oh God, I got two of them.
You're out.
Well, I got two of them technically, but
Oh,
right,
it doesn't really.
all right, so
doing that.
If you are interested into MMORPGs, just recently, if you somehow missed this, the new world from Amazon's game studio Nonsense is finally out, and apparently it's decent. Blah,
If
yada,
you've
yada.
avoided the blitz of marketing.
Yeah, I don't particularly care about any of these things. I back in the day, I remember there was this game called Aeon that came out just as World of Warcraft was starting to get stale around 2007, I think it was, and everyone was hyping that game up. And now I'm just looking back at it. Where is it now? Huh? It's dead. Ah, well, too bad, I guess. So this, for me, frankly speaking, the closest to competing with World of Warcraft, well, okay, not today, but in general, I'd say is the Guild Wars, or maybe even EverQuest, but the EverQuest, Daybreak fucked over EverQuest, that's all I can say. Fucking Daybreak, game company, just assholes. Anyways, but yeah, basically, either EverQuest or Guild Wars would compete with World of Warcraft for the top MMORPG, blah blah blah. So highly doubt that it's gonna be some sort of a newcomer, unless it's a really good deal, which Guild Wars 2 was at the time. But anyways, right? Hey,
At least it's not a subscription model.
Yeah.
I thought it would be.
yeah, hey. Well,
There's
regardless,
smaller-
we'll see. If it's good, it's good. All right, fair enough. Now, the last piece of news that is kind of worth mentioning is that China declares cryptocurrencies illegal.
No, they didn't.
No,
They've
they
done
didn't?
it like 7 times.
Yeah.
They've done it 7 times in the last a year.
Yeah.
It's not really. They're
not
just
really.
fudging the.
Their
yeah, they're
their
fudging
main
the-
banks basically prevent people from using cryptocurrency, but outside of that, you can still use crypto just fine, right? It's just that
It's been
you
banned for
can't.
like no.
Yeah,
for like a year.
you just can't exchange it for real monies or whatnot else, officially speaking, and so on and so forth. So there's that. But it's interesting that China continues to say that for the stability of our inside market and currencies, blah blah blah, we'll try to prevent as much of this crypto nonsense as we can, which in reality is just, hey, we want to control completely the currency within our borders and outside of it as well. So y'all not gonna use any of that.
In theory, that's an okay concept if you want to regulate your economy.
Sure.
But unfortunately, they have the same mentality as the boomers over here in the US do, and they don't really understand what it is or how they can regulate it. So it's not going to fucking work.
Yep. Unfortunately, there's this thing called internet, and you can't stop it. You just simply can't stop it anymore. So yeah,
Whatever. I actually do have a last topic of the day,
do tell.
if you're interested. So I know that I'm more of a fan than you are, but Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks is amazing. And I recently found a Twitter account that makes it even more amazing, because I started following all the creators, Mike Mann, and all the actors and everything like that. By the way, did you know the Huey from The Boys is the voice actor for Boimler on Lower Decks?
I don't particularly care for boys, but all right.
You've watched The Boys though.
Oh, a little bit.
Oh, why is everything so difficult with you? You've seen the show. You know what I'm referencing.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But
The point
carry
is,
on.
Lower Decks is ridiculously riddled with continuity porn. So much so, and I'm actually sending you the link to this guy's Twitter, considering you're the only one who can post links or show anything on screen.
Yeah, just to avoid unnecessary crap in chats. Just
Yeah,
sure.
whatever. I personally enjoy the show for its own merits. I think it's funny. It's completely and utterly pure fan service. I think it's funny as hell. But there's a whole shit ton of things in the background that I never noticed. And I found this guy's Twitter account. It's Jorg Hillenbrand. And like every other day, he posts like 6 or 7. You just scroll down a little bit. He posts like 6 or 7 things that he just points out, like, hey, look, this is the thing that they animated in the background here, and this is where they stole it from. This episode of this from the original series, or this episode from this from DS9, and it looks like there's a warp core behind this thing, which is actually this, and this. The character from the last episode that just aired was a character that they ripped off from the original animated series, the really old one that looks like Johnny Quest. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, there's this bit, that green one back there, if you want to go back to it. There's this bit where the animation was so bad in the original series that this green character that could disassemble their body and like send it off in different ways was so badly animated that sometimes they had 4 fingers and sometimes they had 5. So
I see. Oh,
so what they did is they noticed that. So when they stole the species to put into this episode of Lower Decks, they occasionally just switched her fingers from 4 to 5, just as a little tiny Easter egg, a little tiny, if you notice it, blink and you'll miss it type of thing.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. Oftentimes when a new
that's great.
Interesting animation comes out. Oftentimes, whatever fandom tends to grow around it. Say Steven Universe in the latest years, or Gravity Falls, and so many more, right? Sure. Right. Essentially, fans not only nitpick the lore of it and so on and so forth, but they also seek those animation glitches and errors. Oftentimes, you can find some rather interesting ones. And now, watching back some of those older animations, especially, for example, for me, it was Avatar: The Last Airbender, where Aang first visited the Kyoshi Island, right? And he runs across the water from the Unagi, right? That animation action piece, when you freeze frame it, the visuals are just so weird. So yeah, those moments are unique when you actually stop and sort of nitpick the screen look and so on, and action in of itself, where you can find these glitches. And that's where memes are born, basically, from.
My point being is that, it's clear that the people who make, J-Rock in the chat says it best. The people who work on Lower Decks clearly have a love for all things Star Trek, and it's fantastic.
Oh,
and it really is.
It feels, yeah. Definitely.
So much detail, so much, like little winks and nods, blink and you'll miss it type of things that only really diehard Star Trek people will get. Yeah, this is where he breaks it down, is that the original animated guy had 4 and 5 fingers, so they thought it would be funny to, remake that. Even deeper than that, I get a personal bit of like little local joy from it. Everything in the show, well, a lot of things in the show has interesting names, because the writers and the everything like that live actually in my town, in my little subset of Los Angeles. So like, the Cerritos is a street down the road from me. The name of other ships, they're in a California class ship, because that's where we live. There's all little types of little LA winks and nods in there too. So I get 2 layers of this thing, and it's glorious. These people live down the street from me and write this show, and I'm very happy. If you're not watching it, please do. I freaking love it, and I think you would too. If you're a big,
it's a decent sort of a weekly sort of just slice of life, if you will.
Yeah.
So it's nifty. It's nifty. But no, it's definitely now that you point out the details. Yeah, it's very nice to see that sort of actual actual focus and sort of love, I suppose, for the whole universe.
Like that. The one you're looking at, the throwaway bit with Tendi and the knife there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, we actually modeled that Klingon blade off of the actual ceremonial Klingon blade from this episode and this episode and this episode, and we actually kind of tweaked it because of this and this and that." And you're like, "What the fuck? Why is there so much detail for this joke?"
It does remind me of what was his face? From Red Letter Media. What was? God damn it! Not Jay, but.
The other guy?
Sorry, I can't remember. Why I can't see? I can't remember names properly, even though I watch them constantly. Oh fuck me! Okay,
they're a little too bitchy for my taste sometimes.
Oh well, that's your problem.
Does anyone care about Star Trek anymore? Are we the only ones who care? Dude, shut the fuck up. Obviously,
that's
people
your
do
problem.
Care.
I like that work. Right. Anyways. Mike. Yes, it was Mike. Yes. Mike's amazing. Encyclopedia type of the memory of Star Trek and all things around it, if you will. Anyway.
You'd think he'd appreciate this shit, but he hates it too. I think last time
he doesn't watch cartoons or such animated stuff, generally speaking. So I think he just gives it a pass. So yeah, that's his preference. But oh well, this is what it is. Anyways, my topics are done.
Convince me Lower Decks. Yes, it is. Someone wants to say, convince me Lower Decks isn't woke trash. There's no wokeness in it, dude. Have you even watched the show? Why are there so many fucking like anti-SJW people in Elite? Have you ever noticed that? Like, I'm not exactly like an SJW
Somebody's
person
generalizing
myself,
things, aren't you?
Jesus.
I mean, Pilot, you generalizing, but
hold on a minute. J-Rock pointed out too, and that's exactly the point I was about to make, is that calling anything Star Trek woke is hilarious. Do you guys not realize Star Trek has always been on the forefront of social commentary? That's the point. What do you mean no? That's very true.
Original runs,
yes.
Discovery, Picard, the new movies and so on, they've shifted the focus on parts and gone away from the days back in the day. Yeah.
Give me an example. Because original series, yes, very much on the forefront of social commentary and issues.
Yes, very
broke
much
a lot of barriers.
Yep.
Next Generation was all about after-school morals for the kids who grew up on fucking Schoolhouse Rock, who had to learn a fucking lesson at the end of every episode. So Next Generation very much fills that same model. Yep. So yes, that's also social commentary. Voyager, DS9. Oh my God, DS9. If you're not going to take social cues from that.
I haven't gone through them myself, but I'm more talking about the new age of.
Are you talking about Discovery?
Yeah, I said Discovery. I said Picard.
So all right, what's wrong with Discovery? Come on.
Oh God. Discovery.
If you got nothing, I mean, we can do this next week.
I'll have nothing, as in nothing specifically on lessons that they make. That's the thing. Isn't it though?
Okay.
Meh.
In someone hero in Twitch, is STD the Federation X more like the mirror universe of the Terran Empire?
STD,
and insults
what?
Star Trek Discovery, yeah, exactly. Oh. You never figured that one?
I did. I remember
like,
it. Yes. Very much. So.
Well, actually, they did spend an entire season in the mirror universe, so maybe you were thinking of that. I don't know.
Well, regardless.
Whatever. I don't know. If you think any of the previous Star Treks were subtle, guys, you were not paying attention. Go back and rewatch them. Anyway.
The old Star Treks were very much on the nose.
Woof. God. Seriously, you're remembering it wrong.
Well, I mean, there were some episodes where it was definitely more subtle and so on and so forth. But most of them were just, hey, we got this World War II German, war movie set. how about we write a story for it or something like that. So that's the. It wasn't quite subtle then, right? And then a few other places too. But oh well, fuck it. It was still really a really fun show. I still remember watching the first season of Star Trek, the original, right? Yep.
Oh, sorry. It's the guy in the chat. He provided definitive proof. He said he's seen reviews and Discovery is woke trash. So, I mean, how can I argue with that? Woof, moron. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
I think that's about it on the show. But you got any other actually news, or do we not? That's all from my end, at least for now. Right, yeah. On the personal note, then yeah. So basically, the part 3 of the what is it? Hypercritical of Elite Dangerous is coming next week. Pretty much, I'll be finished editing most likely around middle of the week. So yeah, expect it in somewhere near the end of the week of a nearly hour-long fun times examination of the drought period. There we go. Within Elite Dangerous.
I actually really like your teardowns, your hypercriticals. Those are fun.
They are something to listen to. Yes, that's why I kind of like to make them. I wish those would be more given out by YouTube, for people to watch. But oh well, you can't win everything. Oh well, there's that. Anyways, after that, we'll see what's what. And after the part 3, we have Odyssey. And funny thing is, it's gonna be more or less coming around a half a year mark in Odyssey's timeline. So not only I gave them enough time to unfuck their work, I gave them plenty of time to actually show what the Odyssey was for. And at this point, it does not look good. Yeah, it does not look good. Oh well, when that comes, it comes. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Yeah, definitely. Whenever I can, decide on working on it. Fuck. Anyways, you guys take care for this week. Actually, no, we do have some generous peoples in them chats, like Gosshawk. There we go. Yes, thank you for your resubscribing yet again for 25 months in a row. Damn. Thank you for your continued support, and it really does.
That is actually very long. You play a sound effect for the poor man.
Gal, but yeah. There you go. You got the squeak there. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And everyone else who supports on the social stuff, or rather Patreon and all the other places like YouTube members, blah blah blah. Those links are down below. So if you want to come and support and join the bunch, it's always
we're sexy. Give us money.
Well, all right then. Well, you guys take care, and that'll be it for this week. Tune in next week, as we will have probably some more news or old recordings in a playlist. Oh, Gaurav. Also, have a good night. And on that jingle, I suppose that'll be it. Unless there's another one, and I can't stop, saying thanks, I guess. All right. God damn it, I almost forgot. 10 years of Yamix is actually coming rather soon. In about 2 weeks or so. Imagine that, 10 fucking years. Hey.